Joining me now, Ambassador Alon Pincus, the former Israeli Consul General in New York and former advisor to Israeli Prime Ministers Ehud Barak and Shimon Peres, and New York Times diplomatic correspondent Michael Crowley. So, Michael, they're searching for a temporary ceasefire for 21 days or fewer days to try to avoid a ground invasion and try to avoid. They really hope Iran doesn't get into this, and the signals from Iran are that they would not get into this, but Hezbollah is their proxy. Yep. And, Hezbollah Hezbollah and Israel have been firing back and forth since October 7th, October 8th, but this is something very different.
That's right. And Andrea, as Secretary Blinken suggested it when he spoke to you, this was the great fear of the Biden administration right when October 7th happened. So they were very concerned about what would happen in Gaza. I think in some ways the greater concern they had was that this would spread into a potentially more destructive war between Israel and Hezbollah and Lebanon. And the real concern there is that the dynamics of that war, for reasons we can explain, could draw in both the United States and Iran. And that is a much more dangerous situation, even relative to the catastrophe in Gaza. Prime Minister Netanyahu has said some things that don't sound like he's prepared to hit pause on this. The administration just wants to hit pause on this. They want to stop it if they can. But we've seen a pattern of the Israeli government saying one thing and U.S. officials saying, well, they don't really mean it. They're telling us something different in private. That's happened during the Gaza ceasefire negotiations for months. So we're seeing kind of a replay. And the question is, will this be the time where finally something does fall into place, even though the Israelis don't seem ready to go along with it in their public rhetoric?
And they do have strong support from the Saudis, from the UAE, the Qataris, the others in the region, who all are trying to avoid this. And the other problem is that the West Bank is blowing up. So Jordan feels threatened. This could be a three-front war with Israel.
It's already.
Is Netanyahu taking on more than they can chew?
No, that's exactly what he wanted to happen. This is exactly how he wanted things to transpire. This serves a narrative that this was not an isolated Hamas attack on October 7th, by the way, for which he did not, to this day, take responsibility or is willing to be held accountable.
Let me just update this, that as he landed in New York, he said, we're continuing to fight Hezbollah with full force until we reach our goals.
Right. No one knows what those goals are. But he needs to validate this narrative that he developed, that this is a 360-degree war, that this is there's an epicenter of an axis of anarchy and terrorism in Iran, and it's employing all these proxies, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, and Israel is right in between. So get off my back, Mr. Biden. And the world should understand this. Now, what those goals in Lebanon are is not clear because we're going to go back. I mean, Michael here said correctly that this is a replay of what happened in Gaza, but this is a replay of our back and forth, this ping pong with Hezbollah for the last 25 years.
And the invasion in 2006 which was devastating to Lebanon and hurt Israel as well. And I remember in 1982, which was another invasion of Lebanon. Michael, this is happening with less than 6 weeks before an election.
Yeah.
And now you've got two wars. Today, the Zelensky meeting at the White House, Donald Trump criticizing Zelensky, praising Vladimir Putin. This is a total mess for the administration. This was supposed to be the sort of victory lap for Joe Biden this week at the UN.
You put your finger on it, Andrea, and I think President Biden was hoping to come here, give a kind of valedictory speech, talk about the accomplishments of his foreign policy. And there are some good things you can point to, but on the big categorical things like the war in Ukraine, like the Middle East, the trend lines are not, the trend lines are not in the right direction. And it's just not the send-off that President Biden was hoping for in front of this global audience. Now, there's still time, and if they could clinch some kind of a deal and get these larger agreements moving forward, like the idea to get a normalization agreement between the Saudis and the Israelis, that could be a great feather in President Biden's cap for his legacy. But I think the odds for that at this point are dwindling close to zero.